I hope that the soil is better this year.
Yeah, we need a better harvest season. But the soil doesn't exactly look promising.
Yeah, we almost starved.
Work hard and God will reward you.
I am, Mother, I promise.
Last season there was a drought. The seeds didn't take, so we didn't have enough food. But that comes with living on the Amish reservation. Luckily, we Amish are resilient. We follow the word of God and we live simply and purely. We bear our punishment, whatever that may be, and this time it was blight. But I have hope. I believe that this year will be better. Well, it has to be. We have to make up for missing last year's quota and replenish our backup supplies.
Last year's food production dropped a staggering 53%. Corn supplies for the Epsilons was dangerously low. Not that they would ever realize, of course.
What are the options, Creon? You are head of agriculture. You tell me.
Well, we could just give them rice instead. Or
What are you thinking?
we could ask the Amish people to grow our genetically modified corn. That way the quality of life of the Epsilons wouldn't be altered.
What about their religion? They've made it abundantly clear that they don't want to grow our GMO corn, even though it has more nutrients and is always sure to have a good harvest.
What does it matter? This will serve the greater good. The Amish lifestyle does not serve our society. We've allowed them to exist in their unenlightened lifestyle. The least they can do is grow corn to help us.
All right, it's decided. Dispatch someone immediately. Thank you all for coming on such short notice. As you all know, the next harvest season is approaching and we have to make some decisions about how to avoid the same catastrophe as last year. Everyone calm down. There will be strong consequences if we don't figure out a solution.
There are no solutions. We do what we did last year. Tradition is what makes us strong.
There are new genetically modified organisms that are resilient to diseases that hurt our crops last year.
How dare you? Genetically modified organisms are not the same fruits and vegetables that our great God put on this earth. You know what Amish beliefs are.
But the alternative is starvation. What person would leave their children to sleep hungry when there's a way to save them? You know, I once read a book called The Natural Man by Lewis Thomas. It said that it is up to us humans to take care of the earth, to act as a handyman of the earth. That's a very Amish philosophy, even though it was written by the hands of an Englishman. That means that we have to consider the environmental consequences of altering the natural material that makes up the earth.
It appears that we are at a standstill.
Yeah, this is a mess. I don't like this.
I don't know. What is the meaning of this? What are you doing here?
Who is that, Mayor?
I am King Creon, head of the Department of Agriculture of the world.
Okay, now tell us, why are you here? Why are you interrupting our town meeting?
Savage people, we know about your poor harvest last year. We too are running out of food. Our Epsilons need more nutritional corn and your crop failures aren't helping. We want you to grow our GMO corn so that you can make enough food for all of us. It's stronger, faster growing, and it's not susceptible to your diseases. You could harvest 10 times the amount you could now. No one will ever go hungry.
We are Amish, so we can't use your English technology.
We are not savage Englishmen. We are of a brave new world, far superior to yours and all other savages.
This is our opportunity. We can survive and help others at the same time.
I will not stand for this. We are Amish. No technology, no violation of God's creations. You know this, Amish man number 2.
Creon, please give us time to consider your offer. We must discuss among ourselves.
It's not an offer, it's an order. If you do not concede to our demands by the end of the day, horror like this will rain down. This is what we did to the last Amish reservation that didn't do as we said.
Oh my God.
Oh. Don't forget that you benefit from this too.
Thank you. We will give you an answer as soon as we reach a conclusion. Everyone go home. Consider the options. We'll resume in 1 hour to vote.
Yep.
Alright.
So, what do you think we should do? This GMO option should be considered.
You heathen. How dare you consider that?
Even if you believe it's immoral, we don't know what those people will do to us if we don't do as they say.
We don't know what the GMOs will do to our land or our eternal souls. Our beliefs prohibit this, and our beliefs are the only things that keep us strong.
We can't be strong if we're dead. If we do this, we can preserve lives, both ours and the people of the other world.
But we don't know what will happen to our environment. For all we know, it could destroy the soil and mess up the natural balance between organisms. The ecosystem could fall into chaos.
Still, we should take care of our own people.
But we've never eaten their GMO corn before. How do we even know that it will be corn? Our bodies are not born to digest man-made foods.
Let's just go home already.
Look at this quilt that my wife has been knitting, Amish man number 2. Look at its order, at its straight lines, at its strong patterns. This is representative of the ordered life we live, where our fixed regulations keep us healthy and comfortable. Your GMO corn would destroy the life we know now. When would the destruction end?
I have returned. I hope that you all have remembered your duty to the state.
What duty do we have? What duty do we have when you are wrong? Besides, God has ordained that we live in such a way. You can't trample over our right to religion.
Whether we are wrong is irrelevant, as are your so-called rights. Now bow down and agree to our terms or die. I don't care whatever consequences may occur. Humans come first.
But what happens when the same environmental pollution eventually harms us?
That's your children's problem, not ours.
That's not fair. I mean, you're trampling over our human rights.
I thought you were entirely in favor of GMOs.
Well, I guess I just realized that these guys are crazy. I mean, just as they trample over our rights, they trample over the environment's rights as well.
What do you mean?
Well, these guys aren't taking into account of our rights because they're threatening to kill us, and someday these GMOs might come back to hurt us through the environment. They might help us at first, but who really knows?
I'm glad that you've come to your senses. It's time to vote. Well, it appears that everyone has voted against the GMOs.
Wait a second. I think I'm having a moment of realization. For some reason, the words "Antigone didn't have to die, it was all the state's fault" keep popping into my head. But I must kill them.